Nayas, or ye dangerous or ye evil. Say na wono, we din kanye twitwa be ma ne kote ne ade kura dada. Nayas, God is my witness. She or the bear mano adeja at the breme. Se bear mana leaking nazigi, timenso men konkoye. I told her, sis, I don't do those kind of nonsense. I hold the Bible.
Se before honum me Freda ene Nayas omo se omo kuni nyina ne se me Freda ntiase se Nayas akwakoche ma me akocha se wa one Florence obi mama Florence obi ni ku akobọ mpaye e di ama no nano adam di video ba sum se sia na Nayas no chimche Ghana for se me Freda ene ye se opo no Nayas adamfo hwehwe ne number giye edi ka be chate wono Nayas ensem ne doso na me Freda ababonten aba be yi ne ho ano ti we die we yi ne ho ano sa de Exp0s ahodo e na aba abonten e fa Nayas ho what the audios pictures videos aba abonten e kirem se enye ono me Freda no e na kokko ji Nayas na ba no ndi ka akwacha ate Nayas na emom Nayas na hwehwe ono me Freda ti akwan e so opani yankuo person ne ne fan de ositie no pena asem nya de ade abuzo nye ntem me Freda de wo ba na oba with evidence enti Nayas nsem a oka ni nyina no se no kura se nya no kura ekotie me Freda ne nsem a oka ni videos ne chat ni audios e fa Nayas ho won between won Nayas e conversation odi nyina ababonte abusua engongo tie ho ene behu se Nayas de oka ne no kura ana me Freda de ene no kura yekotie emra
Midin the Evangelist Mrs. Freda so Mami bia ye friend no Nayas Auntie Nayas we ye nkontomponi no wonder say when Florence will be in him no because Florence or ye chronic liar. Oh yes. Hey Nayas, come closer, come closer, come closer. O say me ekuyata ekuyafri ekuyabwajwa me be frɛ wo Nayas say me pe wadamfo. Are you sick or something? Me pe wadamfo say wo come on. And draw more money me grana almost slow say it can never be Freda. Nayas me choose wadamfo. Ti mi pobi ono so be choose me. Se me fi sa agro ne nkoyi ana meja wo munam kom baby. That is me. By wo you can never be my friend. One kasa yibisa say how many times na only me akasa. Ubeti mi akai. Ufi Germany a ubedu Ghana. Who send him message? Mibisa say who is this? Who are you? Who say Nayas? Go to your stupid phones. Ne kita ono. Men few nti wankasa show ewo tirim because onye madam fo me se we your ba na uti aware ase na obo adwaman ya ho ye metan oba bia wote aware ase ya obo adwaman wo ni kunachi se nipa no ne ho ye metan oton kwankura mi ntobi. That is me. Nayas ose me befra ose me pe wadamfo. You are sick in the head. And I'm for na me choose woman. You are not part of it and you can never be part of it. Because you are so stupid. You are very cheap. Come on, Oba Bemma. Ah wawalo. Nadam futimidi phone edu ewo Germany abontenso. Na usubamba ene ekuta wa odi free Ghana de ko Germany. Ebusia eyeti wa akura be ya ojimi wa apoisu. Okọ Ghana na oni baby da nti okoso ye Nayas. Na nati wa ni madam fo bi eko. Ena Nayas ebe inbox o me se me fa me number ma no. Na owo nsem ka kire me. Yes. Ena Nayas be inbox o me se me fa me number ma no. Be de number na ma no. Ena o ka kire me se ka kire wadam fo ne se ti wa wonye obi a o. na ofri UK a obedu Ghana no eye me Nayas na mkofa na beda me fie ote apo no so odwa nanum so ofie won kran ofie okumase ni nyina oboa eno ne ade a ebe mama no eto Nayas no ne kasa mu no obekire baabi ofi me kire baabi a me free oh sis sa ene ye nuanom man fa me telephone frɛ Nayas ni na ni nkomo obi oni mi bia nim say me ubetimi asene message bible so me kura me feel that is me feel da me magro de nyina media no so mba me di agro me hwe ni pa nsam ni nipa e di agro what dey America show me wo na me hu say ya sen ne ka bi akoto gatem ni ade old car bi me hu yan say wa ye audio e di ato aso na ya se me kan kire me se me boa says mpacho me konya accident won se me din nyede timpacho me mpese obia be hu se me nya accident tinka mpacho me da hospital utwa hospital a oda nyina ne pictures Nayas come out na beka chem se me boa na me fa ne me ngu ho utwa ne pictures de ma me se me manisika make us nyina no na wono ankasa se wawale I didn't give her a dime na meti America mama ne dime oni enesto pokun se mi be nyina ofre me kire ne side of the story ne ade kasaya infanto nche mama no besen ko Germany me one of them says me bedu Germany o na msi yede nyame ase o says me ba ye no enye yizo abrante ye no o de me ISS toy o ma me mpie me hyedem me bre na me konya accident wo Ghana no says me ba ye no said ya me bre wa hakra no awone ba nya easy na ese onko therapy na oni nkrata ni insurance nti onti me nko therapy no ye kasa no se ai says ukunu ba me see I have evidence to prove me I don't talk with words na beg no I want her to come out and deny is Freda is sama ukenya na oboa yes when she denies Freda whatever that you are saying is not true then I have a right to prove myself, which I will do it. Then, says, Ukunabao, Ukunsi or no Bekasa. She called a video. Oh, yes. Why you do an area on Nikunu Naba? Catch that Mrs. Alphonse, Mrs. Freda, Mrs. No US no. Bearman no de or the phone in my bearman, mammy bearman kasai. A dear chin, no catch him says. Pacho. Oh, mom, dear, now make cry, na me call therapist. Na accident no, I affected me pa minya Ghana no. Na says, ni account number wa. Inti nkampesa memfa onu ne kunu ne bank information ma me na memfa sika nkoto so which is sister Exp0s ya wo TikTok yesu me dance ni me de sa information ni nyina ma Exp0s yes tama Nayas be di abrochire for matem wo di sister Exp0s atem me de information ni ma sister Exp0s say sis jai Nayas no nye papa Sister Exp0s is my witness. She has it and I have it. Tama Nayas bedi diabluchiri for matem ye wege tantan ye hufi obedi diatem ye diabluchiri ni clinically ni mrewafo ni ade no. Etu mi sa akom. Ka me be ye life amano na. Me say no, mami nja ne life amano because she's going through a lot. Me wo na Nayas be frame says manfa which is on the card ni nyina ma me say me first scan into so I didn't do it. I'm not stupid to say oh wait me aton ho ne ma ato abema ewo Germany be man so okuta German book or a German citizen na wantimi anye nkrata amawo na woti kuro nim se menwo but me shada ye said ya me ya wadru. I will never spend money for those kind of nonsense. Into oto nyina wanya mitiri muka. Ofre me says guy bi me kuna damfo bi say na me pese me nye call me phone asay. Eno se obema me phone am de be live me de be call ne ade. Na agese me man ne me dansa. Nti no na me ni baby nso tinti me kotena ne fie ema one me die. Ansa wo ma me phone. Abusia wo hwe video na abrante ne de babonten na Nayas azigi na airtime. Ehwana Nayas nso de abrante no Nayas woye dangerous or ye evil. Say na wono wadi nkan ye twetwa be ma ne kote ne ade kura dada. Nayas, God is my witness. She or the bear mano adeja at the breme. Se bear mana leaking nazigi, timenso men konkoye. I told her, sis, I don't do those kind of nonsense. I hold the Bible. Intimenya sadiano. Me wonko phobi o maya me bone. Me one near ma meet me. E dear go money mase. But I am not like that. I am a woman. Inti Nayas, I don't know you from Adams. Come and prove yourself that Freda, you are lying. Nayan started agrono. Ebe fefe sound. Ebe sound.
Lawyer Kwesi Aganti interview wani Ali Baba na eyese interview e wo Evangelist FM GTV so. Na busua ni nyina ne sama na kuza se wa ba Ghana. Na chese nsama ekwo koso ebi kan mu de amafo che o ma dwen de fa won no na eye Lawyer Kwesi di nsem nyina ba betu dwa se appeal na ma me na ba ne de appeal ni de o mo be ye pa because Lumba anka da se ma me no o ma wa we no o ma twam wanka da sebia akakrampo odobroni Exp0s babeka say oh woni Lumba ne mama go say wa de omontam anye fine that doesn't mean say wa we no matwam enti mama go say wa de oyeyire na appeal ni nti na maame na de aba ba maame na ba ne de appeal ni ye de e ka ho nti na maame na de aba abonten aba eye Ghana sa ne beka no ha wayi nanim aba Ghana na emom ensam ne de abusua bebre na onom a omo ye de omo eba beka no mo ba be siesie dia mra ne se efata no omo de begu na akwam na wotire mu a judge ni a wotena agwam egu sa aten no Judge Lorinda na temwa obu ye ne de opese ochire se wo Ghana emra mu no ubetimi aware dudu obi apabia enti no na omo gitum se ma mekosi asewa woni da Lumba omontam ya basa na Lumba kofo odobrani a whole lot but sansan ma beto abonten no omo na omo so atena brochire German abonten so ache no su be hu se sa asem no so ko German court ana German mra mu a na chese eye da Lumba ontimi nware obi enka eye ma mekosi asewa ho ese sa ade na kwakwa emienu enti court of appeal ne de abusuo so omo beko appeal ne de kia ne ke sensuo to ensu anto wa se adwaye petampe appeal ni de ba na ko se wa ba bande omo be kopa na enyeme bi esefata wo mramu no omo di gu akwam because sa eye ensem we ekoso that Lumba ne yire no nsem ye ekoso akwakupi mu court no yemfa eye common sense esiesie sa asem na emo ye de mra ele esiesie sa asem no Lawyer Kwesi aka nsem ni bebre egu awremra wakotie ni nyina ba ba ache ya adwen e comment section ho
Amanye bi also ye was in Ghana no also court or lawyer wa ha baba also besra me senkrata bu ha ye be hwemani ahwem afuto bi a meje free no in terms of facts and so legal advice am wonam some dia man and that is exactly what she came to do. So far so good. Do Accra almost of course baba Kumasi or church and pennyfo especially wo mjina mo man no ebra no ni Ghana no we are enkrata bi also ye bia me make sure so why answer no akọ we are was anko ni ato adwuma de so api ni de egu super ye ho adwuma once a process and you know the here so best in san e be na sense no akọ do ya ko jina mama no sanete
Oshafreni oba panini akushia sewa. The late icon Daddy Lumba na yere na yere panini na ebon komono. Na oran monyam for lawyer William Kusi kofara ba kofa Dominion Chambers by. Ne client ana oba wo kuma no na wodi nanim amamra atoto ne nyina yi ama no the late Daddy Lumba na yere na ebon komono. Lawyer wadawruma me yi adesua a wasua si nchen a with all due respect fa cheme menim se wo akani ede na si wo kwan se obetu obayi fo se omra maye okuna yi ni bi na mpo daachi bia no since ayi na chi no na fe no oba na nkrofo chihira no ade ama otim se obetu se omra na afe ya bibia wi na ana ho de nya wasam
no sir you share circumstances now the year na she couldn't have come because a day before the year there was an application before the court na abusuafo no seeking to restrain the court from moving ahead the head of family from moving ahead to perform the funeral and she had that information and we knew that circumstances the facts before the court the baby a court may grant him because at the time no na abusuafo application akọ police headquarters say omo person hu the sabi buy ma Lumba free mu which was a criminal matter and the police actually can complain no more young adwuma and I was surprised. I was not surprised when initially it came to court na grant application no because obi a we have already ekunu obedience body now and investigations. So I was more surprised when we had the judge na Freda, the lawyers involved so Nayas
na lawyer I hono onim na me pe emre bi a emranim ni bi te se mumu bi ebeka court asem na ya nsem fatam ya bisa because me gina fidie so ye adwuma matiefo etie me bedi madanse se ye di nkomo no an ehunu se abusua no se omo empene so nti se ni na court nye na court bu a ye se de abusua ne kan modu ni se nti won mo mutumi eti ye de ye se ye niam afidie so akono ye betime se ye se court se ma wo kra ye frɛ wo ma ekoba se wo se court se si enkonya foforo na emum enya court dem mo se de o kan asem foforo no e ba to minim kwa mfasa mudi mu nsem na ehfa na mudi asem a edimu na yin na mo tra enimu
it was a strange occurrence adia yenye court chini say court ma order bisa so a fontus official which is his official capacity to pronounce on the matter and has been taken away from him. So this will be the application number or an appeal. It sounded impossible for a court to recall the parties involved. Where is his jurisdiction? The other phrase will be for application, but to lawyer near the application. How did they send the application? It was, and to me, it was one of the darkest days in our legal life. Say, court beat my answer, but whatever it is, now, send your tiano. The time was so short for anybody to file an application. Say, the court near Nyamra because I tell you no mkosino, and do file here. Before I best file na adiachi. Near several. That I best several process. No. And until now, see if it taken good faith near ma and near my cost so send a bear mistake go maybe to my correcting later. And that is what happened. A strange appearance. Where the judge's opinion, the procedure was wrong. So we have situation where the judge opines like they see Kumasi during the argument, no. Obey correct. You can go on appeal and challenge his decision. But where the it's unheard of. But it happened though, and I'm happy that it has gone in the records. Say ABC or Ghana, how many in law school?
Pepi ni yakasa. Oka wasem no kakra wi now the education tato. Minim ase sabi the oti ho a odi asem no ba no oye emranim ni a wasua de se de wasua de no. Na de ne sabi with all due respect or the common sense be kan ho. Eti wo common sense na de kan ho na ene ne de na anye pa nka be ha.
Emranim common sense. What do I say? Yeah, very common sense in Muamra, Nyasan Kakakofa. Between me white, or more experience will be as some common sense. Then go ma apply. Already at work law school, that it too, a kind of district court, not about circuit, and not about high court. All these things is to train your mind to make legal decisions. And do the common sense could be as a more high court. I said, what?
As I'm not
Emra. You may not like it, but that is the law. You have to apply it as it is. And that is why we are challenging the decision.
Nice one. Now, our client, apart from holidays or buy, or adwemfo frobi fa okunu wo ne ho ne anamon bi a wo sere wo ma odi ne mani 2 year wo court no ho ana
oni adwemfo frobi aba fie besra abusia me kura na me ni nhia ya kasa o phone so into obedo nsa betum nsayem adofo ba so say na Ghana for si don it tells you that Ghanaians disagree with the decision of the court. Ghanaians disagree with the decision of the court.
Nipa na question airport one na ma dwena mo kesene na.
Of course. No, don't bring me back and talk about that.
Nipa wo omko hia maami wo airport one. Ene wo mo ba yi no wa quantify ahwe.
I'm a quantify.
They in a dozen.
The funeral, let me tell you about the relative term of the numbers. In fact, numbers no but that is even a lighter side of it. Because with himself, Akosua was arrival in Ghana was uncertain. And they took just a few hours to organize those people we saw at the airport. And the advertising and a year to the advertising, big boss, a big crowd, and so Nipama. Free districts in the zone baby. What I say? You could see how light the attendees were. So, auntie, compare every funny says I could just say I just obey a year. And I just say a cohine, Kumaso Bakobek and some naso. Yankum.
Social media, they say, oh no, you don't pass across Ohewachi. Cause social media na manipa, you feel just a security be a porous.
No, correct. I know, sure above one, and your road at the end, it means more sure above one, Obama home by Cassia Parenti. A mayor and Huntoswa, Senyamedoy. When him there, Alibaba. Me file appeal, there were threats. My wife was even threatened. Pressure, domestic pressure, I mean, happy. Because that pressure, if it is obvious that we had a bad case, why will anybody threaten anybody? We are standing for justice and we will get it. I'm so confident.
Lawyer, yes, na Papa Shi cra tabi and crofo feel say original certificate now more than a photocopy or 2 baby said and crofobik can one. I said me my card some in bow. And no crest or the certificate biaba. Not Sanetia, Obama Kama or Muria Cocha.
Certificate, I mean, can't some show. In court, we usually send the copied ones. They did that here. And we got her to send us a certificate. And copies near the court. You now say, judges, okay, or the 2 million or so per originals. I catch a could just say, why envelope or the mail by in a cry. Yeah, the court. So originals in and we were all surprised when the judge says, office they are going baby now, and your original. And look, the level of
judge no who say judge na dwen ye ne say enyo original mo koye ne baby
now the document no doubt is you could see it's not from Ghana
because
your family book
apart from your caliber na we be present here dey bia judge bi be ka say enye no obi akofa free baby na say e wo say ebisa ho asem yi pa then pa na be be ntia e ma na adwen be ne say mo koye free baby na enye original
adwen body
Angel.
Otherwise, I mean, you know that I no. Me integrity to suggest that me no go for fake documents about court. What for? What am I going to gain from it? I nobody. Because I know sincerely that the parties, the lawyers on the other side knew it was genuine. The judge herself knew it.
Money free no.
Now what's your judgment? No? Judge, initial stages of the judgment will say evidence will say or ordinance marriage certificate from Germany. They are only second one, and until the document cannot be original. Otherwise, it wouldn't sit with her decision. And I want to the making answer. I say,
Clay.
Exactly. If she has to decide against us, then she has to say that the certificate was fake. Otherwise, there was no window for her to decide that both of them were wives. And on a lighter side, she has always sought to explain that she met them in the middle and then promoted peace. You get the point? And in the attempt to promote peace, she has to say our certificate was fake. My certificate, I can tell on authority, it wasn't fake. It was the original certificate from Germany. So, Natiano.
Wow. Lawyer, that's it. Now, what I remember, Ajuma Ekurawi, Abushia, SCA, that Lumba, Mamre Quanshi, appear in Hobby Hiabu. Now, quite best.
In fact, Osha, in Kratam, the court, and your friends in America, Koto. May seeking for injunction because we saw a rush to bury the body when we were talking about who is a wife and who can perform. These were the two things that the court had to address as far as we are concerned. If you can really phone, I have to phone that you file process. If you they want to do a postmortem, and that the opinion is not even the rightful person to conduct the funeral. I know Abusuafo, they had their lawyer. Maybe the status of Akusia Sewa as a wife is what I was prosecuting. And it is as relevant today as it was when the action was taken, because I've said this, the disease is cancerous. As I say cancerous. I tell you, low, my bet spread, just say alone, you know. It is very bad for a court to look at the certificate of a country like Germany and say that, fake. Couldn't say in diplomatic circle, that country can also say they won't accept any certificate from Ghana because of that decision. And I will be irresponsible. I sit down for that to happen. And what I can do is to prosecute an appeal, which will probably look at it differently and say that, it was an original certificate. Because German certificate, one social media, people were posting theirs. There were no signatures of the parties on the certificate. And it will conclude that because the accusers were about the certificate signature, no, the almost sign. Everything we said was true, except that they had to refuse it in order that they can create peace in court. But it is child knowledge to be worried under German, or to be worried second wife. I don't know. I ABC. So to succeed in doing that, they have to say, we couldn't lead evidence to show so worried Germany. But Mamma Kazam, so one the representative, a Dobroni court. In his evidence was see Lumbaka so worried or Germany. Nadana more worried. No. Yebisa was saying, now I didn't break it down beyond record. One kasi were good. No. I break the records are there for people missing proceedings, especially almost criticizing. They should look at the proceedings and know exactly what happened. They admitted Lumba had told them on 2 occasions that he was married in Germany. And then Bizarre said, did you look at the certificate of divorce? They didn't. And I'm saying, oh, I'm 419. That's the trend of the cross-examination. That if you knew somebody was married under German law, that's about you have to ask for a decree of divorce. Otherwise, it could happen that the marriage was subsistent. You get the point? So, to me, there was evidence overwhelming. Abusuapeni says that he wasn't there when they were married, he wasn't there when they were divorcing. To them, who has MDR. Although Bruni witnesses there, Lumba Kachrom say, our dinner a good one customer could treat them. What do I say? And so there was even evidence, apart from the issue of certification and all. I say Mranama Kwanso Jitum, even though there was no certification. Until we are confident, and yes, Lumbanani and Bessie, and I hear you be and through Dobro, but we want the truth. What do I say?
That's all. I say, na enye the legend Daddy Lumba, what wono ye see no, and I have one. And no money or Dobroni soon near Sembia, name mum no cray, was nothing but the truth shall set you free. Tinokrana and open
Alibaba,
Papa.
When him says, we'll be put over his uncle and a woman. And we are very sensitive and mindful about that. We are not irresponsible. But you see, marriage is a big institution. Every society, marriage, society, break it down. Yeah, and Yalishemra, so called Ware, and by a moment to be second one. We should respect that.
Sure.
Over so worry to Amania, the old Waria, which is some man boss. I can work out the for bro. Muslims don't say for I can afford you can marry more than 4. Once it is under customary marriage. Why? Who is compelling them to marry under those ordinance laws so that they can marry? Who is compelling them? If you make a choice, you should live by it. You can't get the court to say I don't respect your certificate because it has not been certified when the facts are quite obvious.
Debi ansam no ebi trend on social media ne so. Mo ho donti ana debi ene nam so yakọ Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, babia, Telegram. Ye rewre ni nyina akọ stories e trend na ye genuine ene ye de e ba beso mo. Ebusua ensam ni bi ehuru. Na ye huru de menu mi de wan hwa e de ade a. Ye mo nwramai ye gunguti ni.
We wo from so ye kunani a ogina kaso. E me man nsa se obi obepre MP. Ana president bi obasi ento abamfama no wa bas wa kuna wu went ma mai wa sabe gina cash na uwewu offense we kuna na obaye no enti nipa na wu that lumba no ko wu ya kura nya wo ya that lumba na wu ya no enya wo ya what is here so usu kuna wu went ma mai wo se uni mlado beba wu kuna yi ene de ajapade de odimirika anyamre e baba je ajapade de akọ o baye so a wani nwu asem wasam abegina kaso e na uwevu nsa se obi a opa assembly man obi a opre MP obi a opre mampani se Ghana hari ho awlade Yesu ara mara yo de fancy a aja
mi gina e show nkran se me peso hu se di omo ye no ehuru ebedwo en asembie no haye di ho na finhia dada sisi no die maame akoso se wa amaye hu di woyi kuna ene di woyi kuna ene di lumba wuye eya ne ya ewura no di ni kun wa eha no ye hu ene di ni kun eha no so ye hu na kasebi ye tinimpen se mohe ewa santimem se maame panyi ya na ni yefi na ni kunu wu no fusa mpa ni kunu wu mpa na ye ni ya no bi fra butiri akọ Ghana na oti a 4x4 open top to see obi oye and politicians omo ye rally yet in independence mo hen me se odobroni ehuhua ebetwo juo mo ye no omba ya akusisen omba ya akusisen me se sure ho den ne bompa ye kofum se ebe ne beso na yakeke kan number 1 yinta number 1 ni wi a na diko die kakra won sabeka no wono mama sabeka na anu ano no ayi huhuna keke wi masi adia kan hu a upo wo no agina mo hu a obu na nichi wi hu bunanti mesre nyame mesi ye hu de lumbe wu ye ne de ya wo di pi film eni hu de lumbe wu ye no wo ye na yire na ye ne ya sa yire no mienu ye hu difference wo nyame be konkon ama obaba mesi chene beche na nka ho fa we bonto ma no chene beche na nka ho mesi ombe du wati aye du mu ye ya akoto gatem mu guase amoma akoto gatem ma gana fo nyina do se we ye famen guase beba o de konku de bia konku to de mesi nyakopon je mesi ma wa no je mehwe ma wa no ba mi nwa baba dobrani nyame mu tse dikoni bi bombe bia enu guase na wo ma na sabe tuwo mo odobrani
Ebusua sɛm ne agye bra kwakotie di aba mɛsrɛ sɛ ɔbɛhyɛ like a comment ama foforɔ ɛnyɛ bi ahwɛ aha yɛ live internet tv wo nso so wonya subscribe na turn notification bell ne all ya upload video a watumi anya akonya ahwɛ bi midin de akyerɛ bruni